In this video, I'm going to show you the guitar processing tools. Now, if we use the push, we can select the guitar channel like so. And much like the melody channel and the vocal effects channel, there are a set of clips on this channel, each of which switches between a different audio effect preset that processes the guitar. Now, I've set this up with a set of standard guitar tones using Ableton's native amp and cabinet plugins, as well as some effects, to give you a starting point to pick between different guitar tones. But I imagine that if you're a guitarist, you're going to want to create your own guitar tones that suit your style of music, and maybe using third-party plugins like Guitar Rig or Amplitude. Now, the way this works is very simple. If we're on the push, we can switch between the presets by triggering these clips here. So this one off mutes the input of the guitar. If you take a look at the input quickly, you'll see I've got audio coming from external input 2, which is where my guitar is currently connected through a high Z instrument input, and monitor is set to in, so we don't need to arm the channel in order to be able to hear anything. Off disables it. If we move down through the other presets, we have reverb wash, which is a very spaced out kind of sound. I love using this kind of effect to generate live pads during a set. We have below that a funk sound, just a very, very classic kind of 70s funk. Below that, we have fairly kind of heavy metal sound, good for power chords, things like that. Below that, we have the Fender Twin, which we can select here. This is a classic sound, very common in country music. Below that, we have a very, very clean jazz sound. Below that, we have a lead sound. It's similar to the metal sound, but intended to be used. And lastly, we have this delay Magix, which is just a lot of very, very complicated To turn these all back off, we can hit the clip like so. Now, if you're a guitarist, you're almost certainly going to want to replace these sounds with your own presets. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth on how these clips work, because I've already explained that in depth in the vocals video. If you want to know more, check out that video. It uses the exact same technique. But in summary, if we open up the guitar effects rack, we open up the presets, you can see we have off, and then we have a bunch of different chains that each support or have different guitar presets. What you can do is go in and replace these presets with any preset you want, either using native Ableton effects or probably more commonly using a third-party plugin like Guitar Rig. Now, how is this all used in practice? Rather than having them all here, I've just laid them out here so you can see all the different clips. What I would typically do is organize it like this, where each time I launch a scene, it's going to automatically select the appropriate jazz tone. So in this case with Slow Fade, we actually play jazz guitar as a solo during one of the breaks. And so this loads up a clean jazz sound automatically. If we were, say, down here in I Believe, we would want to put funk tones in so that when we launch the scenes for I Believe, it automatically selects those lovely funk tones for us. So much like the melody and much like the vocals, you can cut and paste these clips around anywhere you want. So as you move through your session with the push, It'll automatically select the right preset for you, and you don't have to think about it. So that's it for guitar. The only thing worth noting is that you will need an audio interface with a high Z input, which is for plugging guitars directly into. The newer and better audio interfaces tend to come with these. If you don't have one of those, you're going to want a DI box, which basically transforms the output from a guitar into a microphone level signal that you can then plug into a preamp. If you plug a guitar straight into a standard 1/4 inch input on your sound card, you're going to lose all of the high frequencies in the signal, and it's going to sound really bad. So that's the guitar channel, and thank you very much.